Hey everybody. It is 12 on Friday. I ended up babysitting a little bit, so that's why I'm late today. And I don't have a lot to share with you. I have a couple things that I picked up at the local variety store. It's called Fred Meyer. It's amazing. It's been around since long before Target. And I have some craft supplies that I've built up because I've come up here so often now to help out. So I have some things that I will play with, and I'm just gonna try and get a little creative. It's been a lot going on. We had a big family reunion while we were here, and so it's been a little hectic. In the meantime, I'm trying to keep up with all the stuff that goes on with the store, even while I'm gone. Tim Holtz is releasing things, and new products are coming out. So while I do this, all these things are going on without me. So, lots to keep up with. But here we go. I'm going to start by doing this. All right. So this is my page. Let's see if I can get this square. This is just a journal that I've decided to keep up here that I will work in from now on, I think, while I'm doing my lives up here. And it's just a simple black journal with 70-pound page. I actually prefer a heavier page, but we're going to work with what we have. And I have some paints. These are my Liquitex. I'm going to use this front page as a, this is literally the first page, so I'm just going to use this as a palette. And I'm going to start by just spraying on some color. And I literally did not think anything about what color it was that I picked up. I have a brayer because I've been doing jelly printing, so I have, a few of my favorite tools up here. What I don't have is a squeegee, which I'm really missing right now. Part of me is like, I should have bought a squeegee at the art store. My silicone wedge is really what I'm referring to. So I've got some colors that I've picked up. I'm just gonna brayer them down first and then play around with adding some color with what I have on hand in terms of tools. Now these Liquitex colors are a little transparent, so you can see that. They're interacting with each other as transparent. And then the paper that I'm using is not my mixed media paper that I like to use, so it's buckling a little bit. It's already gotten from being wet. So here's another color I'm going to throw down. This is a brand that I buy when I'm up here because it's at the art store and they have nice colors. I'm considering bringing it in, but I have so many paints. So many paints. Hi, Lois. It's nice to see your picture. It is smoky up here, believe it or not. I was like really surprised to get up this morning and see smoke in the air. Felt like I was right back in California. This is a paint that I just picked up here, and I literally picked it up because it's glittery. And I just wanted to see how glittery it was. So, very thick stuff, obviously. So I'm just gonna, honestly, now look what it's doing. I don't know if you can see how it's softening on the page. That's the difference between a liquid acrylic and a heavy body. So, if you're ever like, what's the difference? I don't know. That's it. I also bought this glitter paint. I'm wondering if this is a fabric paint, but it's glittery. So I grabbed it. The local art store, the local art store to this place closed. And I'm devastated. It was amazing. It was called Impress Stamps. And it was a beautiful shop, and they're now completely online. Which is such a bummer to me because they had been around a really long time and they were one of the better shops in the area. I would have driven a really long time to see them. Fortunately, they were a little close, but now they're gone. So now all there's left in the area is Joann's and Michael's, and both of them are kind of far away. So I have been making do with the local, variety store. It matches my nail polish. Oh my gosh, it does. You're spot on. So I grabbed this, and when I say local variety store, it really is like this stuff was next to the sewing stuff that they had. Yeah, so this is the sort of thing you might do with something like that. It does look like it's like a texture paste and it's gonna hold its shape. I might rewrite that later, but right now I'm just going to use it as paint. I like the sentiment though. It's a nice sentiment. This is the Liquitex Professionals. I do have some of these, and I do actually have this color in because it's gorgeous. This is their Turquoise Deep, and you can see what a lovely, lovely opaque color it is. Now, if you're stuck in a place and you don't have a brayer because you don't obsessively collect art supplies like some people, then you could put this down with a spatula. Or you can hear my nephew in the back, or my niece in the background going blah, 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 blah. This was on sale. I was like, oh, grab it quick, because, you know, Goldens on sale are worth it. So yeah, you could use instead a spatula or an old knife, plastic utensils that come with your takeout. You know, we've got, there's all sorts of options when you're traveling tool-wise, as long as you're open to the idea of using them as tools. So, come on. Now, this is the Golden High Flow Acrylic, so this is liquid. And you guys know I have this in the store, so, but you can see right there. There's the liquid. And this stuff, I'll demonstrate it again, was a medium body acrylic that slumps. So you put it down and you can see it's actually viscous, so it's sort of pulling into itself. And this is, look what I did. I just managed to take the whole top right off. Wooden ice cream sticks. That's a great idea, Christy. Hey, it's nice to see your name. Haven't seen you in a while. So, and this is what we would call a heavy body or a texture. So those are the three, you know, reasonable textures you'll get out of an acrylic. And I'm just going to brayer them all down because that's what I'm doing right now. I'm just brayering layers, watching what they do. That high flow acrylic went very translucent when I put it down. You can see. And let's see what happens when I add some white. This is titanium white. No. Yes. Titanium white. I do have this in the store. This is one of my basics. And titanium white is very opaque. It's a nice mixing paint for that very reason. So if you want to create a color or a tone, and you can see it's mixing with my page. So I don't know if you can see what's happening. You know, I don't have most of my usual tools. The only thing I really have is this brayer. But I'm still getting, you know, moments of texture because I'm layering down different mediums and getting them splotchy. So that's a good question, Lois. I actually checked a bag this time, so I could have brought paints, but I didn't. These are paints that I've been coming up to Seattle to help my parents out pretty regularly, and so I've just started stashing, paints here. And so these are paints that I've had, that I've kept here at the house. So I didn't have to worry about that. But yeah, that's something to keep in mind. I don't know if you can see, I've got a little Monet effect going on at this point. Very sort of flat and washy watercolors. I've got some really pretty colors going on. I almost want to leave it. I don't know if you can see the texture that's bumped up there. I'm going to add a little more of this fun glitter. I'm going to try not to whack the table though, or the page, because it was making dents in my page. Now I have paint on me, right? That's what we live for, paint on our arms. Yeah. Okay, now one thing to keep in mind if you're just working in a regular book is that the papers aren't necessarily meant to, they're laminated, and so they might pull apart, and I feel like that might be happening a little bit here. I'll tell you, the one tool I'm missing right this second is my heat gun. I would really love to blow this dry and be able to work on it a little more without worrying about it. But gosh, that went really fast. So let's see. I have my gold. I might throw in a little more gold up here, maybe down here. See what happens when I brayer that on. So it just becomes a little sheen on the page. I don't know. I know that didn't take me very long, but I like it. I like it a lot. Here, I know what I'll do. At this point, we'll just do a little lakeside writing. You know me, I tend to write real words, but I write them in a way that you can't read them. And that way, they look like writing, but it doesn't really say anything. Now, of course, if you're feeling in the mood to have it say something, by all means write it in a way that you can say that it would be readable. Let's see. No, paints don't explode on the airplane. If you're worried about it, just put them in a plastic bag, and that will help keep them clean, you know, keep it clean. You could also do the thing where you pound it down into the end and squeeze it a little bit, squeeze the air out. But yeah, you shouldn't have to worry about that. You know, I don't think there is a hairdryer here. Anyway, just wanted to show you that it's really easy, no matter where you are, to get a hold of supplies that can be fun to work with. This was $1.50, I think. This one was like 89 cents. And look how beautifully they worked on my page. So, you know, don't feel obligated. You know what I'm going to do? I'm sorry if you like this, but I don't. So I'm just going to do that. It's all about what you want. This is about doing what works for you in your journal, right? And who knows what I'll do at the end. I might just leave it. I mean, it kind of matches. I'm going to show you guys. This is my view. And right now it's super smoky because there's fires nearby. And so it kind of matches the view. I kind of like that. Yeah, I think I might leave that. It does look like abalone. It looks even more like abalone if you look at it really close. I don't know if you can see the sheen there, but it really does. So you know what? I might let that dry and see if that sheen stays. So thanks for joining me. I hope that, again, keep saying it, but I hope you get inspired to keep crafting even if you're on vacation or somewhere weird or don't have your favorite tools or supplies, that you know, you can still have that moment of sitting down with your work and enjoying it. And I'll just give you one last look at it. There we go. Thanks so much for joining me, everyone. Stay safe, and I will be live again next week on Wednesday as usual. All right, take care, everyone.